We are back to talk Survivor 43, down to our top 10 after another boring episode of Survivor 43. But how are you two feeling?
Pretty bored. I watched it on double speed because I only had like 30 minutes to watch it per usual. But it was not impressive. Not impressive at all.
I need to start doing that. I need to start watching on double speed. Maybe I'll enjoy it more if it only lasts 20 minutes.
It was nicer. It was way nicer, I ain't gonna lie.
I'll be honest. I'm actually trying to remember what happened on the episode as we speak. I know I watched it. I watched it live, but we'll see how my recollection is working today because I don't remember a lot. I know I said in my rankings right after that.
You did, yes. Yeah, I mean, everybody who's watched anything that I've said on this channel, I hate big alliances, and it's basically a big alliance right now. Basically pagonging another side right now because the show decided to take out tribe swaps. That's really the problem.
I know, but why did they act like they was going to turn on Ryan?
I don't know. I guess to make the episode more interesting, like maybe, just maybe
Did Sammy, how many votes did Ryan have?
I think 2. Sammy didn't even vote that way.
Sammy didn't vote for Ryan?
No, so he was all talk, no show.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This one was oh man. So I kind of knew it last week, and I should have said it last week so that my prediction would have been true now at this moment rather than an afterthought. But when they showed in the preview that they were going, oh, we're going to start a rebellion, this uprising.
I think you did say it.
Did I say that? But that never happens.
Yeah.
So obviously what that means is that the big alliance is just going to steamroll. And they kind of gave us that preview again for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, there might be a way for the little underdogs, which means no, there's no way for the underdogs. This is going to be those 7 in the final 7.
Although in the next episode is when they do the split thing and it goes to like 2 people get voted out. So it's 2 groups of 5. So it is possible that maybe one person from the alliance could be voted out that way.
It better not be James.
Here's hoping it's Jesse. Since Mike ain't here, I'll be able to hate on Jesse all day today.
Bruh. So Jesse got Janine's idol, huh?
Yeah, he did something right, I suppose. We'll have to wait until we...
But wait, he got 2 idols? Did Cody get his idol back? Did they show that or no?
I remember seeing it.
Me either.
I mean, he still has both their idols.
Damn.
Let's start at number 10, which is Noelle, the person who I think is definitely the most at the bottom, honestly. But, I mean, her and Janine were the only 2 to vote on the opposite side, so not looking hot for Noelle or the women in general.
No. It's funny because it ain't even because she got 1 leg. It's just because, like,
she's just not in the in crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's like, oh, Noelle was in control of the game. I don't know what edit they were watching or what universe they were living in or, what we're not seeing because I never saw her in any kind of control at all ever in this game. So,
She must have been one of those people who was trying to take control, but nobody was listening to her.
Yeah, and then how much control are you really in? Like that's like the opposite of control. That's like anti-control. That's like literally the inverse of control.
Yeah.
So
she's literally at the bottom, so she has 0 control. I mean, yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about Noelle's game. She was on the opposite side. I mean, what do you think she could do from the bottom, if anything?
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
Play sympathy.
Yeah, she better pull out her 1 leg jokes.
Better start limping on her 1 good leg. Maybe that's a good idea. That's what I would do if I was her. I tweaked my 1 good leg. I'm limping. Don't vote me out this week. then you can pull an Alex after that and maybe try and just get the target off your back.
True.
Lester's new target.
Dude, she ought to like throw her like prosthetic in the like ocean or some shit and like
We're already canceled after 5 minutes into this podcast, and we're canceled.
Standard.
Well, we'll move on to number 9, which is Gabler.
That does have an old school feel to it, though, like an old school when you used to like Survivor feel to it, where like the person with the prosthetic leg is caught in the background burying their leg in the sand somewhere, and they can blame it on somebody else. That's some like Johnny Fairplay shit. Like, who stole my prosthetic leg? Somebody took it. You can't do that.
Yeah, I mean that does sound like old reality television. Now reality television is so nice, but yeah, I agree.
Stupid.
That's when it was good though, when stuff like that was happening. Like, let's go. Gabler. What's there to say about Gabler? I ranked him below Noel because I just he's got no shot. He's got no shot.
None. I second that.
You're saying like he has no shot at winning?
Yes, he has no shot at winning. Like, none.
Why do you think that though? Like, because he has just a bumbling fool at times. But yeah, also he gets his way sometimes too. But
I think it's for me, I think it's kind of like as weird as it sounds, like a popularity contest kind of thing. Like Gabler's just not likable enough out there. Like you can tell people just kind of have him as the butt of the jokes and stuff, and so someone like that people rarely respect enough at the end to actually vote for them to win. Unless they, really have some compelling stuff going on. So just that image he has within the tribe of kind of being the bumbling whatever, it just doesn't scream like somebody they would ever vote to win.
No. He an old fucking fart. Sorry, boo-boo. Sorry.
Boo-boo. This is why Boo-boo won't get on camera, Aspen. How don't you listen?
I can't help myself. Damn, yo. Like, Gabler, sit your old ass down somewhere. Like, he's just so awkward. He, like Fan Guy said, he's unpopular. He's like not, I don't know. He's not the cool uncle that I hoped he would be that got tattoos and beard. He just is fucking lame.
Yeah, he's pretty lame. I agree. I mean, I do feel like more and more he's like a person that might survive to the end somehow. Because, like,
I mean, they hadn't even brought his fucking old ass name up yet. So
yeah, he was like a target coming into the merge, but now he's like not at all. I guess because maybe there's a guys thing. That's what it seemed like in this last episode. But
it's always a fucking dick contest with y'all, bro. So annoying.
Yeah, it doesn't help when some of the women players don't listen though, Aspen.
Who don't listen?
I don't know who.
Who?
Let's move on to number 8, which is Ryan.
Huh. Yeah.
Okay,
Ryan.
guys. Since we're all here, final 3. Just saying that.
That's his style of game.
Bro, he has no strategy.
He does it. When your edit is, I get the fish and it's final 10, I don't know if you're doing so hot in the game.
Was he the one whose favorite player was Rupert?
Probably. Which makes sense.
It makes perfect sense because that's what Rupert did. He was off hunting for food all day while everyone else was strategizing.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan's likable to me, but he's like such a goof. Like, but a oblivious goof.
Yeah.
He doesn't realize what a goof he is, kind of goof. And Ryan. Ryan ain't gonna make it to the end.
No, he is not. No, he is not, my friends.
It's weird because like earlier in the season he was getting an edit where it seemed like he knew what was going on, but lately he's definitely as oblivious. I agree.
No, they about to chop his ass so quick. It's literally gonna be nothing to fucking chop him at this point. Everybody's like, yeah, he is a big threat.
Let's throw back to Survivor old days. Ryan goes Johnny Fairplay style, takes all the rice, buries it in the sand somewhere. Now the tribe has no food. Now Ryan becomes invaluable.
True. I mean, that would be actually a smart play. And maybe throw in Noelle's leg with the rice too, because like since you can keep her around because she's not a big target. Those two can work together from the bottom.
You're on the bottom. We have to work together. I'm gonna bury your leg. I'm gonna bury. I'm gonna bury your leg
with the
I'm gonna
rice.
bury the rice, and we have to stay.
I mean, it's honestly ridiculous, but might work. You have to think larger than life sometimes, Fang. I love it.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Bro, they not as savage as Sandra. Stop playing.
No, they're not. This
That's
guy's
why the
way
game's.
too nice.
That's why it sucks now. That's why it sucks now. It's because we don't have players that are willing to go the extra mile for our entertainment and the savagery of doing things.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
I don't know, because society is so well. First of all, they want to cancel everything, but also I feel like the players themselves, like Mike always says, are just game bots. They just think about the game, and the fan base as well, because everybody's calling, Jesse having the idol savage. That's what they consider savage now, is that he took Dwight's idol, even though Jesse wasn't the one that set in motion Dwight going home, so it really wasn't that savage.
No, or it wasn't like he finessed him out of the idol. It was just like Dwight was feeling scared, so he just passed it off. Like, what about that is savage?
What's savage if Jesse goes, let's get Dwight out, and then without telling anyone else goes to Dwight and says, yo, let me hold on to your idol because everybody's doing the switch thing, and orchestrates that whole thing. That's savage.
That's savage, yes.
But just ending up with the benefit of everything isn't savage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good play, but it ain't savage.
Lucky.
Yeah.
Right, it could have been any fucking body.
Anyway, we'll move on to number 7, which is Owen. He was a big target in this episode. Won when he needed to. I mean, for me, he had the most positive edit of the episode.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he doing okay. He floating. Did he vote the right way this time? I think he was in. I think he was on the right side for once. But I think it was funny that he was like, it was patronizing for James to say, Owen, you say. Because it kind of was. Like, James, shut the fuck up. You know it. You know.
Yeah, I think that made James look worse. I mean, I'll get to that when we get to James, but Owen, he's like the protagonist. Like, I get the protagonist vibe from Owen. Like, everyone else has some sort of shady vibe going on around him, and Owen's just seems to be the protagonist, like the quintessential, quote unquote good guy. And they even made a comment at some point. James made another comment at some point in this episode where he said Owen had a chance to turn with us last week. Like, Owen knew what was going to happen at the last vote, but didn't vote with them, which says that Owen is in with that big group more than the rest of them.
I do feel like any of these underdogs kind of on the outside can get far. I kind of am feeling like it's going to be Owen because of the way they're editing him.
I like Owen to boot too. I like Owen. He seems cool.
Yeah. I think it was cute that they showed. He was like, I tried to learn Korean, but Owen is not a Korean name. I got white parents. Poor Owen. I always wanted to fit in with the white boys, get a white boy haircut.
Do you like Owen? Well, I know you do because he's on your team, Aspen. But other than that, do you like Owen?
I feel like he got a shot more than goddamn them other losers on the bottom.
Yeah, I agree. That brings us to Sammy. I gave Sammy a hit this week in my rankings because I'm going to do all this, and I want to be the young player that makes a move, and then he clearly doesn't have enough agency to make that move. So, can't bode well for him getting a jury vote the way they edited him in this episode.
I didn't even think about it like that because they did edit him like he was on the hustle. Like, he was on his hustle to make that happen, but then he didn't even go with that plan. So that just kind of makes you look like a piece of shit. Like it does. It kind of just makes you look like the ultimate Shylock. Like you're doing all this just for a ruse, and you're not even the one who's in danger or anything. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Did he lose Janine's vote here? I would think maybe. Because he's like, I'm going to Beverly, I'm going to do all this. And then he votes her to go in the end.
Stupid.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. If it
He's
made me
showing-
feel a little more comfortable that Boo Boo might not get to win this season.
True. He's showing his age.
Yeah.
I still think he's in the best spot of anyone. I guess he's not on the outs, but like he kind of is on the outs. But like he's, you know,
I mean, I feel like he might make himself on the outs if he's going to keep doing this.
he's in a better spot than Owen. Hence our ranking of
Yeah,
of the two.
I agree with that.
That's fair.
Well, number 5, someone might probably argue he should be higher, but Mike and I don't like him. That is Jesse at number 5. I mean, I have to give him props for ending up with the Idol. I still feel like his game in general has been, like we talked about last weekend, for several weeks now. He makes moves that I don't feel benefit him and make his game harder. But yet he ends up in good positions, so he must be doing something right.
True.
If he was a gangster, he'd have voted out Cody this episode. And now I got all the hardware,
Yeah, if he was savage, that's what he would have done.
Yeah.
We know he's not savage, y'all. He only went to juvie. They don't teach that at juvie.
Apparently not.
God.
You ranked him still high, though, Fat Guy. Do you think he still has a good shot at winning?
I think he's got a really good edit. I think his edit's really positive in terms of how Survivor normally edits people that do well. I think he's got a connection to Carla that's really strong. And
I don't know why he can't speak Spanish.
Yeah, but maybe she doesn't know that.
No, they talked about it. They talked about
Okay.
it.
So funny story about that real quick. Sorry. So like I have one of those looks to me, especially when I'm like not as gray, where okay, so people can't tell. Like some people will think I am like Middle Eastern. Some people will think I am Hispanic. Some people like I can get like actual Spanish, Portuguese. Like I have a lot.
I get that too when I have a beard. So.
Yeah, I'm Italian, so like I have a versatile sort of look. I'm like that actor guy who plays like all those different. He's like the SA gang leader in one, and then he's like the Middle Eastern warlord in the next movie. So anyway, my point with those two is like maybe she doesn't realize it because like when I was living in Houston, I spent a lot of my life in Houston, and a lot of the population there is Hispanic, and a lot of them think I'm Hispanic. So they just look at me and they go, any number of things like a bueno or que pasa or something, and as long and I just go and as long as you smile and nod, people think that like you know what you're talking about, So maybe she just has no idea is my point, and like because he is the maybe she thinks he's a straight gangsta, like he grew up in the barrio and stuff,
True. The barrio.
Maybe she just don't know. And so, but I think they have a connection. So I rank those two very high because I think they're going to go deep together.
Yeah, I think so too, sadly. He knows on my team and I'm rooting against him, but that's just the way it is. Number 4 is Cody, who I think should be higher, Aspen, for one reason and one reason only. And that's because Cody is the betting odds favorite in Vegas. Which, I mean, in season 41, the odds were bad. But last season with Marianne, they were better. So maybe Cody does win the season, Aspen.
I've been telling y'all asses. Now y'all seeing my boy the GOAT. He done came through.
You use too big of words for good. You call him good, you call him the GOAT. It's a little too far. He's mediocre. But he's
Too much. Oh, Nick, let me live, bro. Come on.
Cody strikes me as the type of dude who would win this season and then after the season go give spoilers that he was out early and that somebody else was out early that wasn't, and that he just strikes me as that kind of dude.
True.
Anti-salesman. And so I actually read a spoiler a couple weeks ago that said that Cody was out early. Well, clearly Cody's not out early. And so it made me think at that moment, I was like, that fucker just seems like the type of dude who would give a spoiler that, oh, me and like all these people were out early, but they weren't, like he or him, you know. So I wouldn't doubt it if Cody won. I like Cody, and I think he's got a shot.
I like that you've come around to Cody, because at first you were on the fence with the guy. But yeah, I feel like this cast. Go ahead, Aspen.
How can y'all not come around to somebody that got living tatted on their ass? How can you not, bruh?
It's true.
Livin.
Yeah, I feel like this is a better season with spoilers not getting out at all. And also, Dwight in the exit interviews last week didn't give it away at all that Jesse ended up with his idol. He did a good job playing like he went home with the idol in his exit interviews. So the cast is doing good with that. You know, unlike some of the little brother cast in the comments sometimes that be giving things away in the comments, this Survivor 43 cast has been doing a lot better at that. But any other thoughts?
Wait, fan guy?
No, it's days and Leanna and arguments.
I'm a shadow in the comments. I'm the lurker. I'm that creepy dude at the edge of the bar that's just staring at you all night.
True. I didn't even know you was in there chat for a minute until you was like, hey,
yeah, he's always just in the chat lurking.
Yeah, I'm a lurker.
Good for you.
Yeah.
But any other thoughts on Cody?
Let's go, Cody!
Yeah, I mean,
hey, bro, I'm about to go get living tatted on me, but I don't know about my ass because that's the tender spot. But I might get it somewhere. He inspiring
well, if you
me.
Come back from this weekend with that on your somewhere,
bro. I'm about to go. I got a 10-hour layover in Vegas. Don't tempt me, boy.
Save that shit. Whenever I come visit in your neck of the woods,
we
will go get matching LIVIN tattoos. You heard it here first, folks.
You heard it here first. Let's move on to James at number 3. I mean, I still had him higher, even just because I'm rooting for him, but that's it.
Yeah, he getting a little too cocky, too big headed though.
He is.
I'm with Aspen on this one. I was turned off by his his hard, not even just soft. You know, you can have like the soft Godfather-esque approach, or you could have like the hard Godfather-esque approach. And, you know, in front of everybody looking at homie and saying, you're safe, step out, you know, like, whoa, bro. Like, you can't do that. Like that, no, you can't do that, bro.
And I would normally hate it, but I think this season is so boring with no fucking villains whatsoever that it makes me want to root for him even harder. I want him to dictate. I want him to cut the kneecaps off of people. Just take them all out.
I mean, I agree. I do too. But
the rest of the cast is so boring to me. I mean, I'm kind of rooting for Cody too, but yeah, you guys are right. I think it's going to be a bad look at some point.
I like James a lot, and I liked him more before this episode because I think if like it's just a bad look to the tribe, because like that'll just, even if you anybody in that tribe who didn't think you were in charge and thought you were kind of flying under the radar now thinks that you're in charge, or thinks that, you know, and you've just put yourself you stepped out into the limelight whenever you didn't need to do that.
Yeah. Like, bro, shut up. Be a silent Godfather. Like, run shit from the back, and that's where people have a hard time. What, Nick?
I was saying our top 2 are women, and I don't know how I feel about it because I don't think a woman's going to win this season. But number 2,
Women's Alliance.
Yeah, but 3 of them left. Please. Cassidy comes in at number 2.
Wow.
That's because Fan Guy finally ranked her high too. She's not just a 10 anymore on Fan Guy's list.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't rank her second though. I actually had her lower than this, but she's in a good spot. The same as James, the same as the whole Blue Tribe, really. Even Ryan, who's the bumbling idiot of the Blue Tribe, is argument. The whole Blue Tribe's in a good spot, and Cassidy. I got nothing bad to say about my baby.
Oh, we know that. We know that. Here, I'm just gonna put Cassidy and Carla together. Carla's number one. Still, here's my problem with the women here, because we've seen so many seasons of Survivor and Big Brother where the women just do they just play along with the guys. Basically, they go along to get along with the guys, and it costs them at some point, because at some point there's a certain number of guys in the game that just stick together. It might be a 3, it might be a 4, it might be more. And I just don't see how these two can just go along with that and they're going to escape that happening. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. We've seen in the past people escape. But 9 times out of 10, if women are just going along with a bunch of guys' decisions, they get cut at some point.
Yeah. No, you're right. She even tried to make a case for herself a little bit. And she even said it. She mentioned it. I think I caught it while I was watching on Double Speed. Her being like, I know, but then it's only going to be such and such girls left. And we voting off all these girls. Can we just vote off what guy wants? So
Still didn't. So I don't know if that bodes well for Carla and Cassidy, but
you never know with these edits, because the edits we're getting are still so bad that you don't know who's really getting their way, who's really not getting their way. Because, we don't know what we're being shown as just a passing conversation, or what we're, who's really calling the shots and dictating the pace. We just don't know.
I would say Cassidy didn't get her way, though, because you said that in a confessional, too.
Mm-hmm. I think it's Carla and Jesse that are in control, and I think those two are the two who are going to. And I do. I mean, I agree with what you said about the girl. I do. I think she's playing with Jesse, but I think Jesse is willing to play with her. And I think that's the reason that they're going to have a lot of success. I
mean, I do think Carla bodes well, too, if Carla can stay close to James as well, even though we don't know where they really stand at this point because the edit's so bad. But, I mean, I do think Carla will fit in with the guys longer. I still think if there's a guys thing that forms, though, Carla's going to get cut, too.
I can see it. They ain't acting like a girl gonna win.
They're not at all.
They usually be feeding them girl power speeches, girls are empowered and pussy power. Shout out to my girl Toxic.
Not this season.
I live my life pussy casual. All I do is travel. I don't need no man, but if I did, what? Oh yeah, I know what's up.
Yeah. But nah, they ain't doing all that. So, I mean,
they're not.
Yeah.
Well, any final thoughts on the rankings or the episode?
They better impress me next week.
They're not going to impress
really
me.
Believe
There's 4 episodes left.
The next 2 out are going to be our 10 and 9. I am so confident of that.
I mean, it looks that way. But I do think with the twist, somebody could.
Oh, you're right. You're right. But once things reconvene, well, you never know. The twist can shake all kinds of stuff up if it's the right group that gets put on one side and they have to turn on each other, kind of thing. That can really shake the foundation of the game. So at least we're getting that because we didn't get a tribe swap.
Yeah.
If there wasn't that, those 2 would be the next 2 off for sure.
Yeah.
Well, all I got to say to Survivor is maybe you should implement something called a tribe swap going forward in your seasons because, it's such a grand idea because, it fixed the game after the first few seasons when this happened and it was so boring because the big alliances were just dominating the game. And then you put in tribe swaps to fix that from happening. So I don't know why you regressed it, but yeah.
Agreed. Jeff Probst, if you watching.
Jeff Probst, bitch ass.
Bitch
ass. Jeff Probst hates us if we ever watch.
See you later, guys. See you later, guys. Jeff Probst. See you later, guys.
Guys.
It's okay. It's okay, Jeff Probst. Nobody's hating.
Well, until next time, guys. We will see you all next time.